Hi, I'm Talon from Rocky Mountain School of Expeditionary Learning, and we're doing an oral history project. And this is my interview with
Naif from Saudi Arabia.
And we're interviewing about the Muslim American experience after the event of 9/11. So Naif, my first question for you is, can you give us a brief overview of who you are and just your life?
For sure, yeah. I'm Naif I'm from Saudi Arabia and I'm Muslim, and I have been living here in the United States a year and a half, and I have 4 sisters and 1 brother. Yeah, and I'm studying here English language, and after that I'm gonna go to the university to complete my study.
Which university are you thinking about going to?
Yeah, maybe, I applied for the seat in Denver, and I'm waiting for summer semester.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you pick the U.S. or specifically Colorado, and do you plan to stay here or how long do you plan to stay in the U.S.?
Yeah, actually I got a scholarship from my government to USA, and I came to Colorado because I have 3 of my uncles, they are studying here in Colorado.
Okay. Yeah.
And maybe I'm gonna stay here like for 4 years for bachelor, and maybe I'm gonna complete my master.
Yeah.
Depends.
Do you plan on living here after school, or do you want to go back to Saudi Arabia or anywhere else?
Usually, actually, I have to come back because I just got a student visa.
Yeah.
So I have to come back after I finish school.
Well, you could apply for
but
citizenship.
Yeah. I think no, I'm gonna come back to my country with my family, to stay with my family.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, just going off of that, can you talk about your family life and your family in Saudi Arabia versus your family here?
Yeah. First of all, in Saudi Arabia, the culture is different from America because in Saudi Arabia, the families are really big. Usually, like the family, they have like 7 or 5 or more than 5 children.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
it's
is
a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I have my father. He is the oldest one, and all my life goes with my uncles and my aunts. And I have 4 sisters, as I told you, and 1 brother. And my grandma and my grandfather, they are living with us in our home. So we are always together with my uncles and my grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of people there. How about your family here, like the house that you stay in here? Is it how much, like, what's different for you?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, here I'm living with a host family, and they have the host family. They have 2 Chinese and 1 American girl, and 1 from Saudi Arabia, and me.
Yeah.
It's a big house, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be to fit all the people.
Yeah. And I like living with them. They are really nice.
Have you felt at all discriminated against since you've been in the U.S.?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm gonna tell these 2 stories.
Okay.
If you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first story, when I came to United States, the 2nd week of me in United States, I went with my friends to downtown, and I met 1 guy. I think he's from America or Mexican. I am not sure about it, and he took from me a cigarette. So just we have been talking. I talked with him. So just like he asked me, I was like knowing nothing about English. I didn't speak English never before. So it was embarrassed for me because I can't talk with him. So just like he had been asking me, are you tourist? Are you tourist? Are you tourist? And I didn't know what does it mean, this word. I say, I didn't know what are you talking about.
Yeah.
Then like he was keeping saying that, are you tourist, blah blah blah, many things. Until like my friend came and talked to him and explain to him, it's like we are not. It's like you have to understand what's the tourist mean, because it's different. Actually, each country has bad thing and good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like some people, they saw like who are from Middle East, they are tourists because just they saw the bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, in my opinion, it's like everywhere they are bad people and good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, as like example, there are a lot of criminal here in the United States,
Yeah.
and they didn't tell them like you are tourist or something like that. Yeah, and the other thing, the other story, I met one guy from Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and just he was yelling for me when I told him I'm from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, he told me, you are Muslim, you are tourist, you killed American, blah blah, many things. So I just talked to him and I said, how about like the guy who entered the school and killed more than 20 children?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he told me, no, he's just crazy. I said, okay, who's from Middle East and did bad thing, they are crazy too.
Yeah.
So you have to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think either of those people were joking at all, or are they just being purposely mean, or what do you think about those people?
Purposely mean.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. It's like by their faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, like, I didn't care because I know who I am, and it's like just I can't do it to explain to the people what's Saudi Arabia and what's mean like tourist or not. That's like to say to tell them. Yeah.
Yeah. So for you as a Muslim, has that gotten in the way of any of your religion being in the U.S.?
So what do you mean about that exactly?
Like any of your practice or what you do, practicing Islam, has being in America or any of the racism or people discriminating against you, has that gotten in the way of your religion?
No, actually no, not because actually there are like 3 mosques in Colorado.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any people like bother me when I went to pray or do something for Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How often do you do that and go and?
5 times a day.
You
But,
do every
yeah.
day?
Yeah, 5 times a day I have to pray. But I can't go 5 times a day to the mosque because I have to go to school and other thing.
Right.
So sometimes I can pray in my home or anywhere I can.
So while you're out, do you, if it's time, do you go and do it?
Yeah, I can. It's like if it's time to pray, I can go. It's like in a park or any place to pray.
Has anyone ever asked you about it while you're praying?
No.
No?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's good. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that people haven't, since you do it so often, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes like one time when I was in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
it's like in the airport I went to a corner to pray, and there's a guy from America. He joined me. He told me I'm Muslim and can I pray with you? I said, oh, of course. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
Was he from, where was he from?
He's from Colorado.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and he is a professor in Saudi Arabia. He teaches English there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Mhm.
So has language at all been a barrier or restriction to you since you've been in the U.S.?
Yeah, a lot. Actually, when I came to United States, it's like I can't talk with the people.
Yeah.
And when I'm trying to talk, it's like they didn't understand the accent because it's like they didn't know what are we talking about.
Yeah.
Because the different accent. So just I'm trying and I'm keeping trying like to make my accent as an American to other people understand me.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like I didn't. Usually, the people understand me and understand my accent.
Yeah, I think you've gotten a lot better. Okay, so can you talk a bit more about your religion, just to educate people who don't know as much about Islam?
Mm-hmm. I'm a Muslim, and actually in my country all the people are Muslims, because the country is Islamic country, and the Islam has been founded before 1,000 for like 1,500 a year.
Yeah.
And we pray in Islam we pray five times a day. And actually, like, if you have you have to pray every day 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And wherever you want to pray, you can pray. And we have the holiday day, the holiday week, or the holiday of the week is a Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like your Sabbath?
Yeah, the Sabbath is Friday.
Okay.
And that's what.
It's okay.
Yeah, and that's all. And I'm gonna talk now about, like, before I came to United States, just like I think about what the people are gonna say or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't think about it because 5 years ago I came to here just for vacation, and I didn't see anything like people insult me or something.
Yeah.
But I'm still like thinking maybe some people they didn't understand, and like some people like just like when I said like I'm from Middle East, just directly came to their mind like, oh, he's a tourist or something like that. I think, and I'm sure it's not true, because actually just like as they did the guys when in September 11, it was planned and something happened, and like seven people from Saudi Arabia, I think they killed like over 2,700 people, and include 2,700 people. There were some people from Saudi Arabia, and they are Muslims too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like they are crazy and they are bad people, and they did something bad, and for what they did, all the people like, or actually the Americans, like directly came to their mind like, oh, everyone like from Saudi Arabia is tourist. But I can say it's like wrong, because you can say like, for example, like there are a lot of crimes, as I told you, that in school who kill the children, and the other thing which happened in Aurora, the guy who went to the movie theater and killed people.
Yeah.
So what are they? Are they like good people or what? So it's same the bad people that what we have in my country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's like you can say Bush, like when he went to Iraq, he killed like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, include children, women, men. So it's like everyone have to think. It's like each country has bad thing and good thing, and bad people and good people.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes I feel bad like when someone I'm talking like with someone, and I told him like I'm from Saudi Arabia, and like he told me, oh, are you a tourist or something like that.
Yeah.
But I feel bad because it's my country.
Yeah.
And I have like to like over the other people what's in my country, or the good thing in my country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel bad about it, but I'm just like trying to explain. Like if someone like didn't understand about it, I try to explain to him, and to tell him like the good things in my country, or even like even like I said, there are like a lot of good things happen. Also in America, there are a lot of things. It's good
Yeah.
and bad. Yeah, and
So, do you want to talk about, do you remember when 9/11 happened? Do you remember that day, or what, just, did that affect you when you were in Saudi Arabia at all?
yeah, actually, I didn't remember it like exactly, but
Yeah.
it's like the news every day they talk about it. It was like in 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad about it because all like the people or all the world gonna say Saudi Arabia, they are, who's Saudis, who's Saudis, they are terrorists or something like that.
Yeah.
Because 7 people from Saudi Arabia, they did that, and no one I think know why they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really, really bad, and it's affect us, and it's like everyone, like if he did some, for example, like if one guy from America did something bad, I'm gonna say like, or the other people are gonna say, sorry about that.
No,
it's
it's
like,
okay.
I'm gonna repeat it. Like if one guy did something bad, his what is like, what's the word like? If he's like from America, and all other people, like if he did something bad, they will say all the American like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to understand, like not all the people from the list are terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it affect you at all when people make, like if people were to make like a joke about terrorism or 9/11, does that bother you? Or Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, kind of. Like for example, there are some different movies.
Yeah.
I can't remember it exactly. There were like some people wearing is like the thobe, the traditional clothes in our country is the thobe and shimar, and they put them like in the movie, and they did something bad because just like they think about 11 September, you know what I mean? And it's really, I think it's mean and it's bad. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's unfair of people to
Yeah.
do that.
Just like they think who wear the clothes, this clothes is a tourist. Yeah, and it's really, I feel bad about it.
Have you ever worn any of that traditional clothing in America?
Yeah, one day I wear it in the holiday day. Actually, in Islam we have just 2 holidays. Is it one Eid al-Hajj and Eid al-Fitr?
Okay.
Is it one after Ramadan? Is
Yeah.
It, yeah, you know Ramadan?
Yeah, the fasting.
Yeah, the fasting, and the other thing after the Hajj.
Okay.
Yeah, just we believe just these 2 holidays. So I wear it in Eid al-Hajj, last Eid al-Hajj, when I went to the mosque and celebrate with Muslims people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just this time I wear it.
Have you ever thought about wearing it more often or not?
Not actually. I didn't like it that much because I'm not comfortable with it. I like wearing jeans or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or shorts.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the thobe because I'm not comfortable with it. I mean.
Yeah, just because it's not comfortable to wear, or just why aren't you comfortable
Yeah,
with it?
just I'm not comfortable to wear it. Also, like in my country, I didn't wear it a lot. I just
yeah.
like wear it in the, is there a wedding or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So earlier you were talking about how you want people to know the good things about Saudi Arabia and how there's good things in Saudi Arabia and bad things in Saudi Arabia, just as there's good things in America and bad things in America. So is there anything that you want people to know that is good or you have pride in about your country that people should know?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like some good things in my country, which is something I didn't find it here.
Okay.
Yeah, usually like I'm gonna tell you a story. That's mean what the good thing in my country.
Okay.
It's like if you are in a street and you have a flat tire or something like that, all the people gonna stop and help you
Yeah.
to do your flat tire or anything like in your car. So it's like the people always like to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here like I didn't see it. Like I had a flat tire before, and it's like I just been waiting for the truck until it come, and it took 1 hour. But if that's happened to me in Saudi Arabia, it will take me just like 10 minutes or something, because
Before
like
someone would
yeah,
help.
someone who will help me. And yeah, I think that's really good in my country. And the other thing, in my country, all the families are together, and here in United States, like when the child get like over 18 or something,
Yeah.
he or she go in his or her way,
Yeah.
and that's mean like she or he can live alone,
Yeah.
and they should like start to work to earn money to pay for their living. But in my country, we don't have that. Actually, like in my country, the children stay in their parents' house until like they get married, and which I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like when you want to get married, your parents, they will like help you and give you like a house or car as a gift.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it happened here, and I think that's really good. Like when you stay always like with your family and be in touch with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think families and the people there are closer in general than the people in America?
Yeah.
Just everybody's. Do you think people are happier there? Since you were talking about like they're more willing to help, do you think that they're happier, or do you think that's not a correlation?
Some of them like they are not happy because they didn't see like the Americans' life.
Yeah.
Maybe like if they came or they know about the Americans' life, like if you are over like 18, you have to get a job and earn money and like pay for your living and the other stuff, and which I think it's hard because in this age you have to focus like in your study, so you have to work and focus in your study, so you don't have like a lot of time to focus in your study because you have to work. And some people like who are not happy about that in my country, it's like I think if they saw that this problem in the United States, they will think, and they will be happy after that. Yeah, it's really, because before I wasn't like that happy about it. It's like I'm okay with it, but when I came to United States and I saw like the people like when they are like in 19, they have to get job and they have to focus in their study, and so I think it's hard.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Does that? I had a question.
Yeah, it's like for yeah, for example, like when I was in my country, I was living with my family.
Yeah.
And my family, like, or actually my mother did everything for me. It's like the laundry, and she cook for me, and she do everything actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I came here, it's like it's hard like to study and do your laundry or your cooking or the other thing, because it will be take a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's like when you are cook or something.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard like to live here.
Yeah.
Even like if I get kind of salary from the government because I got a scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the independence and being able to do what things for yourself, or do you just prefer how your country is, how people will do things for you and you live with your parents?
No, I prefer to be independent and doing my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer this one because you will have after like you are getting you marry someone like in my country. I'm talking about my country. Like if I marry someone, I have to be independent and doing my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good, like to learn before you get married.
Right. Yeah.
To know how like to save money and control your income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wish that you could work and get more money since you're on a student visa? I know that you can't get a job, but do you wish that you could get another job and have less free time, or do you like having a little bit less money and more free time?
Actually, I like to work, and I wish I can work.
Yeah.
But because I have a student visa, I just can work inside the campuses.
Mm-hmm.